Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered what secrets are hiding in plain sight? There's a constellation that has guided humanity for thousands of years. It marks the beginning of spring. It contains galaxies with distorted arms, stars that defy easy classification, and possibly even Earth-like planets. This is Aries, the ram. But here's the truth. Much of what you've heard about Aries is either outdated or simply wrong. In this video, I'll take you on a scientifically accurate journey through Aries. No pseudoscience, no exaggeration, just real cosmic mysteries that will leave you in awe. Let's begin. 2,000 years ago, the Sun's position during the spring equinox was aligned with the constellation Aries. Today, that point has shifted into Pisces. Why? Because Earth's axis wobbles, a slow, continuous motion called precession. It moves about 1 degree every 72 years. A full cycle takes roughly 26,000 years. This means the constellations we associate with seasons today will not align the same way for future generations. It's not magic, it's basic physics, and it's been known since ancient Greek times. So if the equinox point moves, what about the stars themselves? Let's look at Aries' brightest star, Alpha Arietis. Alpha Arietis, also historically known as Hamal, is the brightest star in Aries. It lies about 65.8 light years from Earth. Alpha Arietis is a red giant star. It has exhausted the hydrogen in its core and expanded to about 15 times the size of our Sun. It shines with roughly 90 to 100 times the Sun's luminosity. This star is nearing the end of its life. In a few tens of millions of years, it will shed its outer layers and become a white dwarf. It will not explode as a supernova, it's simply not massive enough. But here's the intriguing part. In 2011, astronomers discovered a planet orbiting Alpha Arietis, designated Alpha Arietis b. This planet has about 1.8 times the mass of Jupiter and completes an orbit every 381 days. A giant planet orbiting a dying star. It won't be swallowed, the star won't expand that far. But it's a reminder that planetary systems can outlive their stars. Now, let's move to Aries' second brightest star, a binary system with a puzzling orbit. Sheraton, also called Beta Arietis, is about 59 light-years away. It's actually two stars orbiting each other every 107 days. Their orbits are fast, but they do not violate any laws of physics. Gravity holds them together just fine. What's interesting is that this binary system has been studied for decades to refine our models of stellar masses and orbits. No hidden black hole, no dark matter, just a clean, well-behaved binary star. But don't worry, the real mystery is coming next. Because Aries is home to one of the most confusing variable stars in the sky. TT Arietis. This is a cataclysmic variable star, a binary system where a white dwarf is pulling material from a companion star. What makes TT Arietis special is its unpredictable brightness. Sometimes it's bright, other times it fades dramatically. Astronomers have classified it as a nova-like variable, but it doesn't fit neatly into any box. In the 1980s, it entered a long, faint state, something that still isn't fully explained. This star challenges our understanding of how these systems evolve. It's not breaking physics, it's reminding us that the universe is more complex than our textbooks. From weird stars, let's zoom out to entire galaxies inside Aries. About 130 million light-years away lies NGC 772, a spiral galaxy that looks a bit unusual. One of its spiral arms is much longer and more stretched than the other. Why? Because a smaller companion galaxy, NGC 770, is tugging on it with its gravity. This is called a tidal interaction. No arm has broken off, it's simply been pulled out of shape. These kinds of gravitational dances are common in the universe. Our own Milky Way is interacting with the small and large Magellanic Clouds. NGC 772 is about 200,000 light-years across, roughly twice the size of our Milky Way, and it's a beautiful example of how galaxies evolve through interaction. Now, a galaxy that has no spiral shape at all, an irregular galaxy that forms stars at a furious pace. NGC 1156 is an irregular galaxy. It doesn't have the neat spiral arms of a galaxy like the Milky Way. Instead, it looks chaotic. Why? Because it's undergoing a burst of star formation. Large clouds of hydrogen gas are collapsing to form new stars at a rate higher than in many other galaxies. But is it exploding with supernovae every 100 years? That's an exaggeration. In reality, supernova rates in such galaxies are difficult to measure precisely. What we do know is that NGC 1156 is actively forming stars, and that means some supernovae will occur, just not on a fixed schedule. There is no confirmed million-degree bubble in the public data, but the galaxy is certainly energetic and fascinating to study. And finally, a galaxy that has gone quiet, an elliptical galaxy with a sleeping giant at its center. NGC 821 is an elliptical galaxy. It's old, most of its star formation finished billions of years ago. It's calm, quiet, and dim. But at its center lies a supermassive black hole with a mass estimated around 85 million times that of our Sun. This black hole is currently inactive. It's not feeding on gas or stars. But astronomers study galaxies like this to understand how black holes grow and what happens when they wake up. When a black hole becomes active, it can produce powerful jets and radiation that affect the surrounding galaxy, but it does not destroy the entire galaxy. That's science fiction. Still, the idea that a massive black hole is sitting silently in Aries is pretty mind-blowing. From galaxies, let's come back home to meteor showers that you can't see with your eyes. Every year from late May to early July, Earth passes through a stream of debris that appears to come from the constellation Aries. This is the daytime Arietids meteor shower. It's one of the strongest showers of the year, up to 60 meteors per hour by some radar estimates. But you can't see it with your eyes because it happens during the day. So, how do we know it exists? Radio astronomy. When meteors burn up in Earth's atmosphere, they ionize the air and reflect radio waves. With the right equipment, you can hear them as pings and whistles. The parent body of this shower is still uncertain, possibly asteroid 1566 Icarus or comet 96P/Macaulay. It's a genuine scientific mystery. Now, let's go looking for planets, Earth-sized worlds hiding in Aries. Teegarden star is a small, dim red dwarf star located just 12.5 light-years away in the constellation Aries. In 2019, astronomers announced the discovery of two planets, Teegardens B and Teegardens C. Both are roughly Earth-sized. They are sometimes called super-Earths because their masses are about 1.1 to 1.3 times Earth's mass. They orbit very close to their star, so close that their years last only about 5 to 11 days. That puts them in the habitable zone, where liquid water could exist if the planets have the right atmospheres. But there's a catch. Red dwarfs are known to produce powerful stellar flares that could strip away atmospheres. We don't yet know if these planets are truly habitable. Still, Teegardens B has one of the highest Earth Similarity Index scores among known exoplanets. It's a top target for future telescopes like the James Webb Space Telescope. And now, a system that may have witnessed a planetary catastrophe. BD plus 2307 is a binary star system in Aries, about 300 light-years away. Both stars are similar to our Sun. but around them is an enormous cloud of warm dust, millions of times more dust than in our solar system's zodiacal cloud. Where did all this dust come from? Astronomers believe it's the result of a massive planetary collision, possibly two Earth-like or Mars-like bodies smashing into each other. This hypothesis, proposed by Benjamin Zuckerman and his team at UCLA, is widely accepted. The dust is so warm that it must have been created recently, within the last few thousand to million years. We are literally seeing the aftermath of a planetary catastrophe, and it's happening in Aries. Finally, let's look to the future and the past of this constellation. Because of Earth's precession, the North Star changes over thousands of years. Today it's Polaris. Around 12,000 years from now it will be Vega. In the past, around 3000 BC, it was Thuban in Draco. So what about Alpha Arietis? Will it ever become the North Star? No. Alpha Arietis will come close, it will be a bright star near the North Celestial Pole, but it will never be the exact pole star. That claim is a common misconception. Still, Aries as a constellation will remain in the sky for hundreds of millions of years. It won't disappear, but its stars will slowly change positions due to their own proper motions. So, if Aries isn't disappearing, what's the real takeaway? Today, we've explored Aries with scientific accuracy. The precession of Earth's axis, slow, steady, and misunderstood. Alpha Arietis, a red giant with a Jupiter mass planet. Sheraton Veta Arieti, a fast binary but physics-friendly. TT Arietis, a cataclysmic variable that keeps astronomers guessing. NGC 772, a galaxy distorted by a neighbor. NGC 1156, an irregular galaxy bursting with star formation. NGC 821, an elliptical galaxy with a supermassive black hole. The daytime Arietids, a meteor shower you hear, not see. Teegarden Star, 2 super-Earths in, the habitable zone. BD plus 20307, the dusty evidence of a planetary collision. Aries is not the most famous constellation, but it holds real, fascinating science, no exaggeration needed. So here's my final question. Will you look for Aries in the night sky? If you do, remember, the light from those stars traveled for decades or centuries to reach your eyes.